People still view carnivore as disordered eating, and this really frustrates me because I actually view carnivore as one of the only ways to actually heal from disordered eating. When you have disordered eating, you've had years of either starving yourself, making yourself throw up, or binging on foods. And after that, you completely destroy your hunger signals. You don't know what it feels like to feel full, and you don't really understand what true hunger is. There's no connection left with your body, and you constantly think about food, you constantly fantasize about food. Now I've actually come to realize that people with disordered eating have horrible sugar addictions, and the way we've coped with these sugar addictions has been to develop these disordered eating patterns. We love food, we love carbohydrates, which turns into glucose in the body, and we use food as an emotional crutch. We use food to help us get through bad times. We use food to help us deal with boredom, but it's actually a really unhealthy relationship with food. It is a relationship with food that is using food as a drug, and sugar is our drug. And sugar is actually an even more powerful drug than cocaine. They've done studies on this on rats. So just like any other drug, do you tell an alcoholic that they should be able to have a bit of alcohol if they are truly healed? No. And in my view, it's the same with sugar addicts. It shouldn't be a sign of our health once we can just eat normally like the rest of the population does and have copious amounts of sugar and be okay. People view carnivore as disordered eating because we're not eating like everyone else. But if you look at how everyone else eats in society, that is disordered. Even the fruits and vegetables these days are not normal fruits and vegetables. They have been either genetically modified or bred over years to taste as sweet and as palatable as possible. I can binge on carrots. There's actually been research now that's come out and that has shown how ketogenic animal-based diets support healing from disordered eating. And there have been many more people other than me that have healed their disordered eating from carnivore. Carnivore is how our ancestors ate. It's simplified, it's nutrient-dense food. It is so healing. It is all the foods that before, when I had disordered eating, I would restrict myself from eating, which meant my mind was going crazy and I was starving. But now that I'm just giving my mind nutrient-dense food, I eat, I feel full, and then I don't think about food for ages. And then I feel hungry again, like I'm supposed to, instead of everyone else in the world that is still consuming carbohydrates, still consuming sugar, and they're constantly thinking about food, they're constantly having their sugar crash, they're making desserts, they're making food entertainment, they're making food their emotional crutch. They're using food to deal with boredom, they're using food as their travel itinerary. That is not normal. We should be using food as fuel and living our lives. And apparently that's disordered.